Okay, so today is, I don't even know what day it is. It's May 1st. Friday, May 1st, 2026. Okay, so I'm going to put this first and everything else, whatever, right? After the fact, because the point of whatever after the fact is to the fact that I still have a life. I'm entitled to have peace and liberty within my own life, along with my family and their lives, in a country that I was born in by no fault of my own, where I should have peace, liberty, and prosperity under the Charter of Human Rights and whatever other constitutions that govern the country of Canada. So with that said, this camera might just blink out because the SD card might be filling up, because I took some time out and I was, because what's happened here, people, is I'm working on the trademark, right, in terms of the federal trademark all across Canada, to promote goodwill, peace, and prosperity, yada, 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 you know, and, you know, I'm still working on the foundation. I'm still working on program development, to which we will call it now social development, being that I had to narrow down my niche. They call it a niche. It's like a niche, right, when it comes to categories within federal trademarks. Charitable activities is one of those niches, which has its own category, to which I went next door to my neighbors to discuss program development, aka social development initiatives under that niche, to which I'm getting a fairly good response from the people that I'm networking with. When it regards to that misfit crew, with it includes me. I mean, let's face it, I'm a misfit. Right? So with that said, though, you know, I'm still getting a lot of pressure from my landlady. She came and got her rent today. Very ominous about her quote-unquote warnings in regards to I'm not allowed to have a table in my yard because for whatever reason insurance companies see that as a direct threat to the main house when it comes to whatever. So I'm still expected to get rid of everything, what's left in my yard, as the ominous, looming and dooming and gloomy lawyer who is taking over the responsibility of the quote-unquote property, I guess in the care of my landlady, because she doesn't want to do it anymore, or she can't do it anymore. And because he's a lawyer, it's like a threat being held over my head that if I don't do what they say based on this, this, and this, I guess I'll end up in court with a quote-unquote official lawyer that works for the family because he was born into the family. So therefore, it's a slam dunk for the family because it doesn't cost anything to hire the lawyer, where I go to court without a lawyer, because you know legal aid won't help me with this situation that I'm having when it comes to all the issues that I've been talking on for years, not just months, but for years, right? But at the same time, I'm entitled to unwind. I'm entitled to have friends. Whether you like my friends or not, that's really none of your business. What's important is that my friends like me and I like them, right? And I'd like to consider them as friends. I'd like to think that we're becoming more like-minded when it comes to that quote-unquote social development, being that we have federal protection to do that, to which I guess you could say the landlords, how many, because it seems to be in multiples here for me, like to take away that opportunity, 15 years to be exact. And now that I'm actually picking up a momentum here, where maybe, just maybe over the next year or two, I might be able to develop something that gets solidified within the province of British Columbia, Canada, where it can actually make a difference in the lives of real human beings, regardless of their ethnic heritage, gender, yada yada yada, because we're not trying to play favoritism here. We're not trying to become a separatist group here. We're not trying to promote a particular religion to be more superior in ideology than some other religion. We're just trying to coexist in a country where there should be equal opportunity for all. And being that that's not the case, we're trying to bridge the gap, right? We're trying to close that gap. And anytime you've got somebody that's trying to stop that progress, when it's meant to encourage goodwill and prosperity for all, but of course that's in the real world, that's not how things work, then it becomes problematic. So I'm at that problematic stage where, is fight or flight. And of course I'm going to fight because it's obviously in my nature. Nothing I can do to stop that. Hold on a minute. Okay, so I don't know. If it kicks out, it's only because of the SD card. All right, so basically in a nutshell, my landlady came for her rent today. She tried to be more diplomatic about whatever it is that she's been doing. Obviously, she's grieving. She's burst out on tears with me about Mr. Gill dying and yada yada yada, and I'm like, yes, I understand. I'm thinking it's affecting your rationale thinking in terms of, whatever, right? When it comes to being overreactive, because I've had daughters die on me and it never leaves you and yada yada. And then she tried to say that she was trying to warn me that once she hands over the house to her, I guess, grandson, who happens to be a lawyer, to keep throwing the fact that he's a lawyer as if that scares me. Well, we already know my opinion on lawyers. And so besides that point, I need to talk to him as if there's any reasoning with him, because I've already been warned that there is no reasoning with the man, because he's just going to do what he wants to do and be done with it, because, quote unquote, I'm the problem, where I'm not even allowed to have a table in my backyard so that my 6-year-old, 4-year-old grandchildren can use it with Andre or anybody else for that matter, because for whatever reason it doesn't make sense to have anything, Mrs. Gill, like, get rid of it because you could be dead tomorrow. What's going to happen if it's there when you're dead? Well, then I guess my kids will deal with it, right? You know what I'm saying? The rent is still covered, so I wouldn't worry about it. As long as the rent is covered, that's what you should be concerned. I made sure the rent is covered. Right? And as if anybody would want to stick around much longer, any more than they have to. So, I don't see it to be much of a problem outside of you want to make it a problem. And then, of course, she wants me to get rid of this and get rid of that, get rid of it all. She's back to that, and that's not right, people. That's not fucking right. So anyway, we already know that I got a social worker specifically assigned to this problem that I have. And when I go talk to my friends, these are the same problems that they face, only they may not be in a situation where it's dragged out for so long, right? right? Because if you notice, the story just keeps on going and going and going like an ever-ready battery. You know, it's like a bitch fest. I'm tired of the freaking bitch fest. That's what I said to my friends next door. I'm tired of the freaking bitch fest. You know, like, but if you so anyway, I'm down for the good fight. That's just it. I'm down for the good fight. The young man that was helping me in back with the blackberry bush is interested in doing a park event. I want to do Saturdays with the Africans and Sundays with the Jamaicans, because Papa Riley, who is Jamaican, likes his Sundays. And he's the original OG when it comes to the DJs. Right? So we got a young man who's 22, full of energy, who's interested in doing a park event. Let's stay on a positive note. It won't happen this year, but it might happen next year. But if my landlords keep messing with me and completely implode the house through good business practices that are, first words that came to my mind were evil and corrupt, well, then there won't be no park event. And if they can't see that in terms of they're blinded by greed and by whatever, well, don't expect me to go out quietly. And that's the whole point of these videos. Clearly I'm annoyed. Because it's unfair that I have to go outside every day. No, okay, I'm going to end it quick. Okay? I bought that fresh turkey. I get it delivered tomorrow. Yeah. Why? For my little disabled grandson, who is like a skeleton, because turkey is the easiest to digest. And hopefully it will, I don't know what I expect from the turkey. All I know is it's raw and it's fresh and I can grind it up and I can give him turkey more regularly than I can red meat because it's easier to digest, and cut back perhaps on the fat because fat is harder to digest. But I don't know with Amari anymore. I really don't. All I know is I don't want him to die on me, people. Okay? It's not a joke. And for my landlady or anybody in her family, I don't care if they're a lawyer or not, to expect me to go outside and do all this shit to get rid of everything, so that she told me, just live in the house, just stay inside, don't come outside. Because, you know, the insurance company doesn't want you to have anything in the yard. It's got to be flat nothing. And I'm like, yeah, but you do realize it's all landfill, yada-de-yada-de-yada. Then it was just one complaint after another complaint. And then she threatened her lawyer's grandson on me. Well, you know, and I'm like, oh, whatever. Like, what can I do, people? Nothing. Nothing other than face the storm as the storm comes to me. Right? And not give up on what I've been trying to do for 30 years. Well, no, maybe not 20, well, 28 years, 27, 28 years with the federal trademark nonprofit. Well, no, 25 years. 25 years, because we're, well, going into 26 years now. Okay? That's a long time to try and wake up the Punjabi community to step up to the plate and help, being that they're the ones that hold the majority of the wealth and practically run the province with their politics, whether good or bad. And still, they want to be oppressive, suppressive, right? Keep everybody under thumb, you know, under lock and key inside the house where they pay the rent and can't use the yard and yada-de-yada-de-yada-de-yada, outside of go out there and work for 10 hours a fucking day, 5-7 days a week, maybe 12 hours a day, depending on what whip is on the back. like, the history is too long. The history is too long. Right? And, like, when you start to lose your eyesight, your priorities start to change. Seriously, they really do. They really, really do. So whatever they're thinking isn't what I'm thinking. I can tell you that right now. You know how they say, when you lose everything and your back is up against the wall, what do you think you're going to get out of it? Because that's pretty much where they put me, with my back up against the wall, with me losing everything. And it's not fair. So with that said, I think I made some progress today with my friends, because I have a group of friends, and that group is getting larger and larger, whether people like it or not, and that's just a freaking fact. I got personality. I'm just teasing with you, right? And I did tell one fella that when you are a community activist, like I've had to be all these years, in terms of, like, you know, whatever, right? You put yourself out in front of the fire to protect the ones behind you who are normally, quote unquote, children and families, right? So regardless of whatever's coming in when it comes to this shit, doesn't mean jack shit, because there is a possibility that we could do a park event next year in Westminster at Queen's Park, with the tables, the gazebo, Saturdays and Sunday, as long as we can get more coordinated. But you see, that's why the landlords, as a collective, organized group, whether there's criminal activity in there or not, to which there is, because the whole housing market is corrupt, right? They don't want you to organize and to get empowered and to uplift and to prosper, because then the plantation can't exist. So I don't know what this lawyer is all about that they keep throwing at me. Like, he's a lawyer. Well, what kind of lawyer is he? Is he an immigrant lawyer? Is that the only thing that he does? Just bring in more and more and more and more and more and more immigrants just to mask over what's really going on? Or what kind of lawyer is he? Is he a corporate lawyer that just does corporate, boring corporate law? I don't know. I don't know what kind of lawyer that's keep being thrown at me. All I know is that it doesn't scare me. Well, you get your fucking sheriff to come in and haul my ass off. It's the 1st of May. How many times do I have to say that, people? Because I have a table in my yard and a water drum. Get rid of the water drum. Why? What happens if the grid goes down or something? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need that water drum. You ever stop to think about that? I ain't gonna have. You could die tomorrow. You don't need it. You know why? You don't die tomorrow. Well, what the hell? I'm not dead yet. Right? And if I'm dead tomorrow, what does it matter if the water drum goes the next day after I'm dead? Either or, it will be gone. But for now, I kind of want that water drum, you know? But, oh no, I'm not. And then these metal, beautiful little round things that can put a planter pot, get rid of that. Like, fuck, man. Like, it's stupid. And then throw a lawyer at me to boot? How about a human rights lawyer? No, he wouldn't be a human rights lawyer, because then he'd have to have some ethics about himself. Seriously. Seriously. She told me to phone the insurance, tried to tell me that she couldn't get the house insured because of blah, 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 blah. Well, is it my fault that those stairs were out there for 10 months, 11 months? No, I didn't. That's not my fault. How did I end up paying for stairs that broke 10 months, 11 months ago? Nobody cared about them. All of a sudden it comes time to insure the house, and they become the biggest hotspot where it becomes my responsibility to get rid of them, dismantle them, pay to dispose of them, and still be used against me as if it's my fault. And she's telling me not to spend any money at Home Depot. even though everything's growing like mad, and I need a weed whacker and a cord and anything else and a pitchfork and whatever else, because I lost so much shit in January of last year because of stupidity. Okay? Straight up stupidity. So I took a break. I went to go ask my neighbor if he wanted a water drum. Otherwise, I'm just going to put it out on the road because I'm forced to give it away. And I might get evicted over a table yet. Yeah. And anything else that they point a finger at simply because they can. Yeah. That's just stupid crap. That's real stupid crap. So that's the introduction to my downtime and planning park events and working on social development. Social. Yeah. Because I narrowed it down with the federal trademark agent. Yeah. In regards to, you don't want to lose the trademark. The Punjabis want me to lose the trademark. They want to act like it never existed and that I never stood for anything. Yeah. Because they sure in the hell haven't stepped up to the plate. And they're sure in the hell not helping. And as far as I'm concerned, the way I see it right now, sitting in my chair, walking in my shoes, you're just denying me of opportunity again. By what? Having Amari go into foster care? Or maybe Tisha might take him? Maybe. Or how about Marquine? Where do you plan on sending Andre? What the hell do you... Oh, don't worry, the government will look after you, Judy. You're blind. They'll just put you in an old folks' home and you'll never go hungry. Do you remember that video? I remember that video. That's just some asinine shit. Yeah. Well, I'll get rid of it now because you'll be dead tomorrow. Well, how do you know I'm going to be dead tomorrow? You'd be surprised. I might be the one that lives to 110. Fool you all. You don't know. You can't predict that. You want me dead, but that doesn't mean I want to submit to what you want from me, outside of maybe my body will just give out on me because, you know, it can only take so much stress. So anyway, that's where I'm at with shit right now, people. So I ordered the turkey. It's coming tomorrow. So before I can go outside every day with that whip on my back, which I need to find, bring it outside with me, being that I'm on the plantation. Yeah, I got 1 month to clean up my act as if, okay, I've been warned. Otherwise, the big boogeyman lawyer is going to show up and sock it to me. I mean, that's May 1st, right? And I'm supposed to be grateful that my landlady warned me. Okay, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I don't know what I'm grateful for. What am I grateful for? Let's end it on something that I'm really, really grateful for. That I have a house to defend, and that I still have the stamina to do it. And give it my best, 1,000%, like I did in the past, until I drop. Okay. Is that what I'm grateful for? Maybe. A leaky boat is better than no boat. Is that what I'm grateful for? Yes. Definitely a yes on that one. Did I live in Canada and there's a slim chance, even though it's just nothing more than a slim chance compared to maybe other countries, where if I was in this situation in some other country, there would be no chance. So a slim chance is better than no chance. Yeah, I'd be grateful for that, for sure. Grateful that my friends are starting to see what I advocate for on a grander scale versus on a small scale, Because ultimately, at the end of the day, if we can ever get our act together and accomplish anything of substance, then that's where it's going to make the larger difference versus in the immediate. And for that, I'm grateful, because attention is better than no attention in terms of taking things serious and moving forward in life versus backwards, right? So I'm definitely grateful for that. I want to be grateful that I have a yard to nurture, be creative with, even though I'm handicapped, I guess you could say. Right? But on the other hand, it's being robbed of me just by the very fact that it's being used against me, as it has been for years, to manipulate a situation to which ultimately there is a difference between quote-unquote routine yard maintenance compared to extreme yard maintenance. And that's where everything starts to go gray. So it's not that I'm not grateful. It's just I don't get a chance to relax and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Just imagine yourself renting a house for 15 years and then being told that you can't have a table or a chair or anything really, because that's pretty much what it's starting to boil down to, because you're expected to live in a house with mice and rats in it, as nobody helps you to solve that problem outside of maybe yourself and your son. Which the problem is, I don't know how to solve this problem. And the more they got me working in the yard, takes me away from the basement. So they're putting my life on hold. They're doing the same damn shit that they were doing when I first moved in. Only they're now destroying things versus having me build things. In the beginning, it was build things. It was landscaping, drainage, this, whatever. Now they want to destroy things and take everything away. So, I'm getting a turkey. I'm going to grind that up for my little grandson. I'm going to cook up the wings and the neck and yada yada. And then after I'm done that, or whatever I do, I'll do a video on it just like the good old days for whatever reason other than why not. And blips and blurbs. Pretend that I live a normal life, you know what I mean? And then I'll go outside like a dirty shirt. Live in the yard. More outside than I do on the inside. I suppose until I drop. Or I end up in court. Or what? I don't know what to think. All right, April, I think it's 26. 2026.
Had been rendered impotent
yeah.
By one man's
and this is for the haters. Yeah, I don't think you could do it. There's no way you could do this stuff.
Christian converts began openly declaring their faith.
He's got a little bit of spinach. Where did the spinach go to?
The church's charitable
that's spinach for us. Kale for us. That's kale. And then there's a little, I don't know where it is. I want to give him some spinach. This is a little bit of beet. What I like about the lamb is it blends up much better than beef. It's got a little bit of beef, tomato, a couple of eggs, sauteed tomato, and beet. So that's going to go here. And I got to find the... I don't see it. Where's the spinach? Oh, here it is.
That their standard methods of suppression were proving counterproductive. Yet this very escalation revealed the growing desperation.
Okay, I was going to use mayonnaise, but instead I decided to use tomato and some juice from the kale. But the tomato was quite large and it was juicy, so it did the trick. So he's got some spinach, and then this is egg and this one has a little bit of beet in it, and this one over here, it has a little bit of more like kale pieces, the stems, where that one has a little bit of beet in it. And they both have egg, they both have tomato, and they both have lamb. And then that's kale with butter. Yeah, and I sprinkle in sea vegetables in there as I'm grinding it as well. So there you go. Okay, Andre's feeding him. I want you to hear him. He's loving it. Are you loving that food, Amari? Is it good? I keep hearing things out in the back. I don't know what to think. Scary. I'm too tired. My back is killing me. I've been going... Well, I got up at 4. It's 3 o'clock now. I laid down at 7:30 for 1 hour. Got up at 4, lay down at 7:30 for 1 hour, got up at 8:30. Went on and did a second load of laundry, a blanket. The one that we used to pencil them in. And basically did the spinach, the kale, just everything. Now I'm gonna just eat a few I wanted to do those sausages in the macaroni, but we fried up the sausages, but I'm like, whatever. So lamb is, they say it's a red meat, right? But it grinds up better than beef. It really does. It's softer. It's softer than beef. It's even softer than pork, really, when you think about it. So anyway, what do you think's on my mind? Obviously, the weeds. And whatever else, planter pots. And a table. Plants. Everything that's dangerous in the city of Surrey, I guess you could say. Okay, April 27th of 2026. Now they're going into the greenhouse. The door is open. Like, are people retarded? I don't even know if that's recording. You think it's funny? It's not funny. Okay, see, everybody's got their feet out today, even me. That's the big boss man's feet right over there. We're talking program development. It's called social development. Social development. Yeah, in relation to New Nations Unity being in the house. Yes, we won't forget about your feet, dear. You got beautiful feet. Look at your feet. Oh, you got nice feet. Nice Nikes on. Where's the Nike? There it is. And And that's what I love about you guys. They got personality. Personality. It's all about personality. Yeah.
Exactly.
If I get copyrighted, they're usually pretty good. They've been letting the African songs go through. Yeah. Sometimes I get muted. A few times I've had videos taken down because of music. And I don't know until it's uploaded. Yeah. Just kind of brightens the mood though, you know? Yappity yap yap. Yap yap. Yappity yap yap. Yap yap. Oh, Mr. Blue Shoes is back. I remember those shoes. I really do. Oh.
Okay, now I'm waiting for the cooking. Who is the chef Ordi? Chef Ordi.
I can smell it already.
Yo, the security guard's looking at me like, yo, bro, fuck you up, man.
The summer is already coming up together.
Yes, somebody's here.
One's up,
The
one's
summer
up.
is already coming
The
up.
barbecue is free. Look at our own barbecue.
You missed the beat?
Barbecue is free. Someone's fucking
What happened to that lake? Where's that lake?
I didn't steal every tax.
That leg, you find it from, you know, but
Titi is going to be here. Titi will take care of that one too.
No, that's why she's not here. I'm like, fuck, I have to do it. Fuck. If I want to pay. What? She just steals a whole outfit. TV has no house. She's wearing new shoes, new clothes every day. TT's professional thief. I just steal what I don't want to pay for everyone to eat. That's why I want to eat. That's the only reason. Well, Jama knows I'll buy food for everybody. You'll tell you what. Ah, fuck that nigga, bro.
Our friend is a really worse person.
I hate it.
In a week, he got caught at the Michelin store.
That's why he started from there.
Now I see these guys, they wear new clothes every single day.
Every day.
If the
They
other
have
one,
no house.
yeah. Imagine, they don't even need to wash it.
Yo, G.
They just throw it
Yo.
away. And
D.
go get another one.
Eddie,
Yo,
you think it's
Tico.
a joke, kid?
are you fucking living fucking on? I hate it, man.
What did you guys say?
Fucking you open the water, you know.
And the only thing I didn't want was protest stuff.
Water.
Stuff
Oh.
like those bikes and everything. So those are physical things and I don't need it here. You don't need that.
Everybody needs to go back.
Another bike, another different bike.
Crack is a hell of a drug. You see how crackheads work? Holy fuck, I wish I could work like that. But I'm never gonna try crack. They make so much money. They're millionaires. What? Crackhead? We didn't do.
You are
Brand new.
these people, they dress better than me.
Hey, Eddie.
Nice,
I wanna know.
nice outfit. I can't even fight with them.
The tag is on it. The tag is on the clothes. He's like, you like my shoes? I'm like, it's not your daughter's birthday. She's like, yo, don't talk about that. I'm like, well, your baby dad's on the phone. Your husband's on the phone. She's like this. I'm on the phone. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I thought you said you're going to see your
Mom, what are you doing?
Getting copyrighted. That's what's happening here.
Okay, I wanna drink that one.
Every day.
No, you can't drink mine. Mine, leave it alone. That's all I have.
I don't exactly. If a man don't even have a shoes. But these guys, they have different shoes every single day.
No.
And yet I have trouble them. They can't even pay me to leave it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they're telling you, Rich. They need their trucks. And they need to look good.
You know how they say you can't patent the original? Well, I don't think you can copyright the original either. No, I don't think so.
Well, John was my dad. That's what I mean when I say that. I respect the
And an original comes with its own style,
Tell my dad I respect the guy.
its own molecule structure, right? And just its own persona. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. I'm sorry I share this with you, but I've been drinking coffee after coffee after coffee after coffee. This actually doesn't taste too bad right now. You can only drink so much coffee, you know. Yeah, you can blame Uncle John for that one. Oh, try a coffee, Judy. You don't have to drink tea today. You can just have a cup of coffee. I'll make it for you. Yeah, before you know it, he was making me coffee. Now I drink the coffee for the sugar. Yeah, basically. When I eat food, I eat it for the salt. Yeah. This is a beautiful song. I like it. They're sparking up the barbecue. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Okay, we're gonna end it on this right now.
The next day he said, no. He did not.
Whatever you do.
He wasn't there.
New Nations Unity. Okay, social development under the trademark New Nations Unity, which is federal, which takes us all across Canada. Good old Canada. Oh yeah. Let's call Canada. Call out Canada. Here we are. We're calling out Canada. Do you bring in immigrants? You need to make sure that they have a quality of life that benefits all people, not just some people. How about that? Huh? Yeah. Is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All Canada. Social development. It is what it is.
I'm telling you, Mom. I can't see shit. But that's okay. What we'll do is there we go. Who that? We do the feet.
The famous feet. The feet that are going down in history.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's feet. Everybody walking in their own shoes.
You guys with family or what?
I'm waiting for Mr. Blue Shoes to show back up. Yeah. Who's Mr. Blue Shoes? I'd like to know. Who's wearing
Leave
those
him
blue
alone.
shoes?
It's not. It's just right. It's still juicy.